gamers, if you love trick taking and you're looking for a team take on that, then you might want to check out Wicked and Wise. Let's take a look at how this game plays. In this game, players will be playing in 2 to 3 teams, depending on player count, where there will be a dragon and a mouse on each team, or potentially, again, depending on player count, there will be a team of a dual role where someone will do both roles. Dragons will be playing the cards in their hand for the suit and the number, and doing basic trick taking of playing a lead card. Other players that are playing in the trick have to follow if they can, and the highest one in the suit will win, assuming there are no gems out, which is always the trump suit. The mice, on the other hand, will be playing their cards, same type of cards from the same deck, but they will be playing them for the abilities at the bottom. So in this case, if they played this card, they'd swap a card with the dragon or gain 2 coins for their team. Ultimately, players will have a certain number of goals every round, depending on which round they are in and how many they choose to keep. So at least 1, but they may get up to 3 in the 3rd round. And they'll be trying to complete those goals in order to gain coins, and they'll also, again, be able to earn coins throughout the game, because at the end of 3 rounds, 5 tricks each, the team that has the most coins will win the game. I can be super hit and miss with trick taking. I really wanted to check this out because it sounded really unique and really interesting. I definitely thought it was unique. Don't think I've played any other trick taking games where you're on teams, and I thought it was interesting to see how the dragons kind of took care of the actual trick taking element, and the mice character role was more about playing those abilities and trying to maybe feed the dragon certain cards or let them swap cards out if they were saying, hey, my hand's not very good, things like that, or try to feed them gem cards when you could, because those are the trump suit. I definitely preferred personally having that mouse role. I thought it was way more interesting for me, and ultimately I thought that the mechanism of the game worked really well. I definitely would say that 4 players is the ideal count for this. I thought the 2 teams worked the best, better than the 3 teams, and I just thought that player count just worked really well for what the game was trying to do. I would definitely say I don't recommend the 2-player game. I thought that it was kind of confusing having that shared mouse hand. I thought it was just a little bit weird and clunky how it played out. So I definitely think that 4 players is kind of where I would always play this game if I was choosing to play a game like this. But ultimately, I think that the game worked pretty well. There's a couple of typos here and there on cards or in the rulebook that made a couple of things a little bit confusing upon a first play. But once you kind of look into that and figure out what needs to happen for those couple of things that were a little confusing, again, it works pretty well. If you like trick taking, it's definitely a cool take on that. But if you don't like trick taking, you're not big on it, then this probably wouldn't change your mind, because I don't think that it's different enough to warrant that, unless you really like that mouse roll, because it is a little bit different where you're not doing the trick taking, but it still kind of involves a lot of that and knowing how, again, to feed the dragon those cards that they're going to need by using those abilities. But again, it's a kind of unique take on the whole kind of genre, so you can definitely check out my thoughts today on the blog to see if this one's for you.